What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Dark Phoenix, which I like to refer to as X-Men Dark Phoenix, but apparently it's just Dark Phoenix, which was directed by first-time director Simon Kinberg and stars returning cast members like James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Nicholas Hoult, Sophie Turner, Tye Sheridan, and a new cast member, which is Jessica Chastain. So anyways, there's a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk about this movie because it was kind of like the final film in the final X-Men film in with Fox, and they were kind of marketing it. I feel like they were trying to make it like Endgame, like the final part in this saga or something, and they kind of included clips from the older X-Men movies, and I was like, what if they found a way to actually make it work, like make it kind of everything kind of tied together and kind of finish off the story in a nice little, with a nice little bow on it, that wasn't the case, unfortunately. I love these X-Men movies. The original trilogy, was great up until the third one, and this new trilogy, and even the Wolverine's trilogy and Deadpool movies, and even this new kind of I want to say trilogy because there's a fourth one now. I like that cast and those characters. Everything they have done with Professor X and Magneto has been fantastic. Some of the best stuff they did with those characters. But just the last two entries, man, of Apocalypse and even this one, they were a big mess. Here's the thing, though. I actually really enjoyed this one, and I have my dislikes and likes, and we're gonna get to those. But I just want to say right in the beginning, no spoilers, and also that I actually really enjoyed this one. I do want to kind of talk about something though. I did get to see two of these scenes at WonderCon earlier this year, and I kind of said, I went on Twitter, said, hey, look, with these two scenes that I saw, I'm actually looking forward to Dark Phoenix, and I was for a long time, and I was fully aware that maybe they just showed us these two best scenes of the movie and said, hey, go out there and spread hype for the movie, and the rest of the movie would be shit. But I did compare it to X-Men Apocalypse. I was like, hey, at least it's better than X-Men Apocalypse. Those two scenes alone, and those scenes without any spoilers that were they're in the trailers anyways. Those two scenes, one of them were the one where they go into space, they have a little space mission, and the other one, they were in New York, and it was like, I guess, the Brotherhood of Mutants, Magneto and his crew versus Professor X and his crew, kind of, having a little dilemma, if you will. So I thought, what, I know that we don't have context, like the beginning or what happened before and after these scenes, but what I've seen so far was great, So I was kind of optimistic, and I was on Twitter saying, hey, look, I'm looking forward to Dark Phoenix. It could be actually a pretty cool movie, And unfortunately, you know what? I wouldn't put it up there, obviously, with Logan, X2, Days of Future Past, but I also wouldn't put it down there with Origins and Apocalypse. I thought these I like Sophie Turner, Tye Sheridan, forgetting the girl who plays Storm, and even Nightcrawler. I like these younger characters and these new actors as those parts, and that's what I really liked about X-Men Apocalypse. But it's just, they were kind of misused there. They kind of went on their own little thing. I don't know. I don't want to talk about X-Men Apocalypse ever again in my life. Not no, but so I like I was looking forward to them kind of having their own little movie in this one. It's Dark Phoenix. Let's explore that. Let's try to make it right. But unfortunately, there's just a lot of things that they don't. This movie had the biggest potential to be great because you have such a great cast, in their roles and stuff like that. But I feel like there's just a lot of ideas that weren't fleshed out or were just forgotten about later on in the movie. Like, there's this great scene, without spoilers, with Beast and Professor X, and they're having a discussion, and it gets pretty intense. And I'm like, you know what? These actors are doing great. You kind of feel for, like, both sides of this argument. And it was a great scene. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see where it goes. And they just cut to the next scene. And I was like, what? Like, you don't let this be fleshed out? Or I was like, or even like kind of just like finish? I feel like they literally just cut it. And like, okay, we need to cut the movie. Let's just make a cut here. Boom. I was like, wow. Like, they literally like, and I feel like that's kind of the end of that little dilemma there. Like, it isn't even really explored later on. Like, it is, but not, it's kind of just mentioned. And it's like, wow, they really had this great scene and they just wasted it. And like, I feel like that's what the biggest problem of this movie is, that they had a lot of great ideas, there was a lot of great potential, and it was kind of like, okay, this is what you're gonna get, and then that's it. Like, they just kind of just drop things. And there was also like a big central kind of dilemma that Professor X was trying to like say, hey, look, if you do this, Gene, this is what I'm gonna lose. And I think it's said in the trailer, but still, And at the end, I felt like they were like they don't really do nothing with that. And it's like, okay, this is basically what Dark Phoenix is, and that's what basically it is. Like, there's just a lot of great ideas that weren't really fleshed out, and a lot of plot points and stuff that were forgotten. And also the villain, god damn, Jessica Chastain, I love her. She's a great actress, but she's like right up there with Malekith. You know, it's just really like just those corny, you know, movie villains. You know, a generic movie villain is literally just used. She's just there to kind of just move the plot along, you know, I guess, and kind of just influence Jean and Dark Phoenix in a certain way. My God, that was the biggest, like, that's my biggest negative, the villain, you know. But like I said, I really like this cast. This cast shines in this movie, and they shine in the role, with the exception of Jennifer Lawrence. Again, I never really, besides the first film, and she has her moments here and there, but man, like just her makeup, the way I've seen a lot of pictures online on Twitter and stuff like that. Well, the way her makeup is like from the first film to now, it's like, god damn, like, you know. And even Jessica Chastain, like, it's not her fault, you know. I don't know. You can kind of tell that Simon Kinberg, this is his first movie, unfortunately, and it had to be kind of like the send off to the X-Men. But like I said, the cast is great. There's some pretty cool action in it too, as well, and it isn't as bad as those other movies. You know, it is down there, but it isn't as bad. You know, there's a lot of great things, and like I said, there's a lot of great stuff, but it isn't, you know, fully realized, and it doesn't go to its full potential. And what else? Oh, Hans Zimmer's score, obviously, it's Hans Zimmer. He's the master, one of the masters in of scoring films, and his one of my buddies said it great, perfectly. He said this score is perfect in another movie, you know, and I can't wait to hear it again. I'm probably gonna download it after this review, actually. But other than that, guys, look, if you're interested, if you like X-Men in any way, shape, or form, go watch it. I'm pretty sure there's some things that you can take away, and it won't be a fully waste of time. But if you just don't go expecting, you know, again, like an end of an era type of thing, it is unfortunate because this is probably the last X-Men film with Fox, you know, and they've given us some great X-Men films and standalone films with characters and stuff. But don't expect like an Endgame sort of thing, you know, and but don't also expect, you know, a horrible movie like Apocalypse. So go in there, enjoy it for what you can, like I did. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below if you guys do see it. If you guys have seen it, I know it's been a few days already, so let me know what you guys thought about in the movie about the movie in the comment section down below. If you guys think I'm crazy or I'm on point. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for Aladdin. Aladdin was supposed to be released today, but Dark Phoenix kind of got in the way. I was all right, cool. Let me get a new review out there and then continue with my older reviews, like I said in my Godzilla video. So it's good to be back again. Let's get to that 1,000 subs. We're almost there. I think we need like one more sub. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys want to follow us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk, Talk with 2Ks on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also find us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace. This goddamn chair, man. I need to get a new chair. I'm going to start a GoFundMe, guys, for a new chair. If you guys want, you know, are interested, I'll open up a Patreon just for the new chair. Any and all donations are accepted. Anything helps. What the hell?